Go.
Are the challenges of entrepreneurship weighing you down? I'll be back in 20 seconds to give you some perspective that will take your business to new heights, so stick around. Okay, welcome gamers to training day 29 of our first season together inside of the extraordinary game of entrepreneurship and how to play it. My name, of course, is Chris Allen-White. I am the game master, and by now you know that my role in the game is to disrupt your thinking. Why do I want to do that? Because I have a passion to empower you to live outside your phone booth so that you can share your extraordinary with the world. Now, what the heck does living outside your phone booth have to do with anything? Well, just ask yourself the question, what would have happened had Superman never gotten out of the phone booth? And exactly, the answer is nothing would have happened, and that's why living outside your phone booth every day is priority number one. So gamers, if you're ready, then I'm ready. Game on. Are the challenges of entrepreneurship weighing you down? You know, as entrepreneurs, we are all subject to the same challenges. Setbacks, the unmet expectations, the adversity we face on a daily basis, the heartache of pursuing a new skill or going after a new idea or a new project and coming up short, the doubts and the fears that plague us when these things happen. These things, my friends, are often unavoidable when you choose to play the game of entrepreneurship. These are also things that make it really tempting to give up on our dream. And so my friend, I am encouraging you not to give up. I'm encouraging you to understand what you can control is how you respond when these challenges and when these setbacks show up on your adventure to the mountaintop. So let me tell you a story. I want to tell you this story to give you an anchor in your mind when you're climbing the mountain. When those setbacks are showing up on your doorstep, I want to encourage you to lock this story away and to use it to empower you to continue the journey. And so as the story goes, one day an entrepreneur, he decided that he had had enough. You ever been there? This entrepreneur had decided he had had enough. Enough of the setbacks, enough of the overwhelm, enough of the headache and the frustration. This entrepreneur was just done. So this entrepreneur went into the woods to have one last talk with God. God, he said, can you give me one good reason why I shouldn't quit? And you know, the answer took him by surprise. Look around, God said. Do you see the fern and the bamboo? Why, yes, the man replied. God continued. When I planted the fern and the bamboo, I took very good care of them. I gave them both equal amounts of food and water. I gave them sunlight in spring, and I protected them from the storms in autumn. The fern quickly grew from the earth, said God. Its brilliant fronds soon covered the forest floor. Yet nothing came from the bamboo seed. But I did not quit on the bamboo. In the second year, God said the fern grew even more splendidly than before. But nothing came from the bamboo seed. But I did not quit on the bamboo, said God. In year 3, there was still nothing from the bamboo seed. But I would not quit. In year 4, again, there was nothing from the bamboo seed. Still, said God, I would not quit. Then in the 5th year, a tiny sprout emerged from the earth. Now, compared to the fern, it was seemingly small and insignificant. But day by day, the sprout grew. First a shoot, then a seedling, and finally a cane. And within 6 months, the bamboo cane had risen to a height of 100 feet. It had spent the 5 years growing roots. Those roots made it strong and gave it what it needed to survive. I would not give any of my creations a challenge it could not handle. Did you know that all this time, said God, you have been struggling, you have been growing. Growing the roots that you need to produce your fruit. I would not quit on the bamboo, and I will not quit on you. And so God said to the entrepreneur in the woods this one day, do not compare yourself to others. All of my creations have different purposes. They all have different journeys, and they all have different time scales. The bamboo had a different purpose from the fern, yet they both make the forest beautiful. And then God said to the entrepreneur, your time will come. You will rise high. How high should I rise? The entrepreneur said. How high will the bamboo rise? Asked God in return. As high as it can, the entrepreneur questioned. Yes, God replied. Give me glory by rising as high as you can. The entrepreneur left the forest that day, and he never went back. And so, gamers, here are the morals of the story that I want you to take with you on your adventure to the mountaintop, so that you never find yourself having to go into the forest. Moral number 1 is, don't assume that success is a race, and that the winners are the first past the line. I want to encourage you to focus on creation thinking, not competition thinking. You know, in the woods that day, God said to the entrepreneur, don't compare yourself to the fern. Never compare yourself. You want to move to a higher level of consciousness, which is creation thinking. Okay, amateurs live at the level of competition. You want to rise above to the level of creation, because when you think about it, when you are living from creation thinking, it is impossible to fail because you are always creating. You are always growing. All right. So that's moral number 1. Moral number 2, don't think that because you haven't succeeded in your goals yet, you never will. Don't buy into that lie. That is lack-minded thinking. Extraordinary takes time. Just like it took time for the roots of the bamboo shoot to form and to grab hold under the ground for those 5 years. Okay. Moral number 3, don't conclude that just because you can't see evidence of growth, you're not growing. Just because you can't see evidence of growth, you're not growing. You know, oftentimes the reason you don't see evidence for growth is because you're being too hard on yourself. It's because you've fallen into the trap of the perfectionist mindset. Steer clear of the perfectionist mindset trap, because when you get into that mindset, you tend to get focused on all the things that aren't working, that aren't going as you would want them to go. Okay? Moral number 4 is believe in yourself. Gamers, believe in your dreams. Believe in your goals. They matter. Not to mention, hey, listen, let's be practical here. If you don't believe in yourself and your dreams and your goals, who will? And you know what will happen? You'll end up working for someone who does believe in their dreams and their goals and themselves. So you have a choice. Moral number 5 is don't presume to know how things will turn out. What joy would there be in life if you were just handed a playbook, if you were handed the blueprint, the future picture of exactly how your life was going to be, and you just saw it all before your eyes, the next 30, 40, 50, 60 years, all before your eyes right there. What joy would there be in that? That wouldn't be a true adventure. I want to encourage you to have joy in the adventure and let the outcomes take care of themselves. This, my friends, will be easier for you to do when you live in creation thinking, because you will remove yourself from that competitive thinking that most amateurs tend to live in. I want to encourage you to walk by faith. I want to encourage you to live with purpose. I want to encourage you to let your passion fuel you and to always come from a place of gratitude, because gratitude, as you know, is the aristocrat of all the emotions. Gratitude is going to protect you from that perfectionist mindset, because gratitude is going to give you perspective. Gratitude is going to open up the channels of prosperity to flood into your life. And then lastly, understand that success isn't freedom from the storm. It's peace within the storm. That is true success. And so, gamers, I want to leave you today with an action step. I want to encourage you, I want to challenge you in the game today to start capturing your wins daily. I want to encourage you in your playbook every single day to start capturing your wins. Start writing them down. Every night before you go to bed, write down the wins that you had that day and then express gratitude for those wins. Capturing those wins is going to fertilize your mind to understand that you are growing. That why those roots, those bamboo roots on your adventure are making their way under the soil, are growing stronger and taking hold so that when they shoot up through the ground, they will be strong, that they will shoot high, and that the weight of their height will be supported by those strong roots under the ground that you can't see. How do you do that? You capture those small wins daily so that you can fertilize your mind, so that you can give yourself perspective in the storm that you are successful, that you are growing. Okay, so take action on that today, gamers, and I will see you back here tomorrow for day 29. What are we going into? Day 30. Okay, so hey, listen, before you leave, make sure to like this video. Make sure to put your comments below this video. I love to read your comments. I love to hear your thoughts on what we're talking about here, and then share this video with someone that you know could take some value from this. Someone who you know is constantly going into the forest. Help them out. Share this video with them, and then go out there today, gamers, and be extraordinary in your thinking. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to the extraordinary game of entrepreneurship and how to play it. And remember, gamers, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. So get out of your phone booth and go share your extraordinary with the world.